kindness. Each one of us, from time to time in our life, could use kindness and favor that we didn't deserve. Mercy is built on compassion, and it's a response to someone who's suffering, who needs help, or somebody who needs a second chance. Grace and mercy. I'm asking for our women, for your black men, to offer grace and mercy. And I'm going to show you what that looks like when you offer that for us. Because I got to go a little bit into about us a little bit. But before I do that, of course, I gotta do my thing, and I got to acknowledge a few people real quick. Okay, can't let the stream get away too fast. Here we go.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
All right. Shout out to My Sexy is Strong. Shout out to the black men and the women that support each other. Power to the people. Thank you, My Sexy is Strong, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. And then also coming through to support your bro, the YouTube principal himself, Mr. Terrell Keith. That's right, with the $10 super chat. Shout out to all the husbands out here. Absolutely. Thank you guys for your super chats. I really appreciate them. They're really helping me and keeping me encouraged to keep doing what I'm doing over here. And those for you who've been around a little bit, checking me out here and over the last couple months, you are noticing that there's a change in the platform. There's an absolute change in the platform, what I'm talking about, how I'm talking about it. And I know I'm going to get sidetracked. I'm getting sidetracked just a little bit. That whole blow up thing with the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel and what the black men did about that, man, that crap shook me. I was so disgusted by watching our brothers go out here and go to war over some nonsense, and I was and the ones that were defending what this lady did. I'm not going to go back over it, but it made me readjust and rethink about how I approach some of my topics over here, because even though we have these conversations over here about relationships, about money, about purpose, and the fact that we're challenging our women, we're challenging our men, let me make it perfectly clear. I am 100% and will always be, no matter how far apart we seem to be as black men and black women, I will never, ever go to war for somebody who don't share my reflection, especially when they say something as ignorant as what that woman did. There's no way in the world I'm gonna do that. Especially, I'm not out here looking. These brothers had our women out here. These brothers out here basically justified what our women thought about us with that crazy crap. So I know I just kind of, that was like a side thing that just popped up on me. Thank you guys for the support and everything. Okay, so let's get back to it. So listen, ladies, most of our women, our black women, you ladies out here watching it right now, kind of fail to acknowledge that the men of our generation had their manhood ripped from them in the crib, straight in the crib, had it ripped and taken from us. And yes, I am being general. From birth, most of us were doomed. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but most of you ladies watched it happen in real time. And some of you on the older side of it caused some of it. And when judging and assessing black men's fitness for headship or head of house duties, most of you conveniently leave out that almost all of our men, at least 2 generations, had only female influence in their development. But you have an expectation for these fellas to act like men when none of us were groomed to be like Judge Lynn Toller's husband. We were groomed to be what our mothers thought a man was or what she hoped a man to be. Sometimes y'all discount the impact of the father not being in the home and how it relates to the quality of men that we have out here today. Many of you watch this up close and personal. We're talking about your brothers today, your cousins, your uncles. You watched them grow up. You watched how they were taught. You watched how your mothers treated them. You watched at times the lack of responsibility and accountability that was required of them. You watched their development and how they were taught close up in the home, but yet you have an expectation for men to be something that we were not trained to be. Single mother homes, especially for blacks in the United States, is very common. And when you think about black families, most people, the only thing that they imagine is a black woman and a bunch of kids. Hell, most public images or imaging, like in movies and commercials, where it's a black family, there's never a father nowhere in there. I mean, he's always absent from the imagery. It's as if the black children magically manifested themselves in our mother's womb, and I guess our children got here the same way Jesus did, immaculate conception. You know, growing up, you know, in single mother households, and let me tell you something, this is not a drag on our mothers. This is not about the mothers. This is about the quality of men. But we have to deal with what produced that to a degree. So this is not a drag on our mothers at all. But growing up in a single mother house, and I grew up in a single mother house, and can have a variety of social effects on black men. I mean, I guess on the positive side, you know, you guys who got a lot of brothers, a lot of your brothers, a lot of you ladies that were raised in the house with just your mother and you got brothers, a lot of you watched your brothers have a way closer relationship with the mom than you. And then as a grown woman now, dealing with all of these son husbands or mama's boys, I mean, y'all have to deal with these guys in a relationships, or better yet, as a woman, when you have to deal with the mother of these men, and that these mothers act like you as their wife or their girlfriend, that you the other woman, and she's the main woman. There is a lot that a lot of our guys, there's a big deficit for a lot of our men. And a lot of our men a lot of us are just now in the last few years coming to understand that there's a deficit. So we're a little bit behind. So there are also some social negative influences as a result of growing up in single mother homes. One of the most significant ones, obviously, is the absence of the father. And without the father in the home, the black boys struggle with a sense of masculinity and had a hard time learning the skill sets and the behaviors that are traditionally associated with being a productive black man or just a productive man. I mean, that means when qualified fathers are not in the homes, the boys never learn manhood. They never learn the tenets of manhood. And more importantly, they don't learn how to manage their interactions with women. We never learn how to sustain our relationships based on our roles and our responsibilities. We never learn this. But there's an expectation, because we're adults now, that we just have it, that we just got it.